This is the Leadership Circle with Brian Rella. Today, boundaries and leverage. There's a pattern that shows up in senior leaders at the end of every quarter. Work expands, scope starts to blur, things that aren't yours start to feel like yours. You find yourself in conversations you didn't need to be in, solving problems that weren't yours to solve, absorbing load that should have stayed with someone else. It happens gradually. Someone needs a quick answer and you give it when they should have found it themselves. A situation starts to wobble and you step in to stabilize it when the right move was to let it surface. A deliverable comes back below standard and you fix it instead of returning it with the standard clearly stated. Every one of those moves feels like leadership in the moment, but over time they become something else. They become a pattern that trains the people around you to rely on your intervention instead of their own ownership. And that pattern costs you. It costs you leverage. Quietly and consistently in ways that only become visible when you're exhausted and overextended and wondering why nothing runs without you. Boundaries aren't walls and they're not rigid. They're structural. They're clear. And they answer the question, what is mine and what is not? So this week, as Q1 close builds pressure, and your natural instinct is to step in and stabilize everything that starts to fall off track, pause once before you intervene. Ask yourself, if I don't step in here, what's actually going to happen? Sometimes the answer is, this is going to break, and that's when you step in. More often the answer is someone else will rise up and fix it, or the gap will become visible enough and we can address it properly, or the accountability lands where it's actually supposed to land. Strong leaders don't prove their value by being indispensable to every situation. They prove it by building the conditions where the right things happen without them. And that's how you protect your leverage. Protect your leverage this week. It compounds for you. And that's your signal for today.